House Tipster Industry Live is your ultimate destination for trend spotting and design news. We are your voice in the design community.
It's Christopher Grubb with House Tipster.
Hi, it's Patty Carpenter.
We're at Allison Eden Studios with House Tipster.
With the beautiful and successful Kathy Ireland.
And someone you might recognize, Jane Seymour. Look who am I with? Kelly Ellis.
Big thanks to our sponsors.
Hi, it's Christopher Grubb at ICFF. We've been running around this entire show. We don't get to see everybody, but I have had so much fun meeting new people, new product, and I'm going to grab a couple guys that have some great stuff. And I told them I'd be coming by. It's Ricardo and Jim. Hi. And I'm going to start with Ricardo. They have two different companies, so I'm going to circle back with you in a second. All right? So nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
And let's talk about your company, Ornare. I say it Italian.
Right. Okay.
But I don't speak Portuguese. You're based in Brazil.
Yes. We're based in Brazil, and we do a company that we use to do systems.
Uh-huh.
We use the aluminum profile. We can do different configurations. This closet that you see could be a storage in your kitchen. Depends the way and how you configure it.
Uh-huh.
For example, here is like a closet to put jewelry, perfumes, and things like that. But at the same time, we can do in leather. It became a small office. You have just 120 centimeters, and you can do a small place for you to do the things you like. It's like a luxury. We call luxury space. That's to put the things that you have in your heart.
Well, and I said earlier when I saw it, I was like, it's kind of a closet for the home, because to me, it could be kitchen cabinets. You could use it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I love the home office idea that this can be a different top and it can be a desk.
Yeah, that's right. But in this case, you can choose the configurations and materials. So it could be in leather, could be stone. We have many different materials to configure your piece.
And now you're an architect.
Yes,
and
I am.
You're the art director for the company?
That's right.
Oh, that's a big job. What was the inspiration for this look, for this line? Because you get to travel the world, so.
We call Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese philosophy.
Okay.
That means you will stay in balance with yourself and with your home. You mix materials to be in balance with the space. So that's the inspiration. We have also the doors, and that was a sliding door that you can configure also with many different tools. Well, that's the idea. The table that you have a space to keep you warm in your food, and also everything has your right space to put things. And that's our idea
because smart use of space.
We ever think about the quality of life. That's what you think. Our clients should be a better life, and that's the way. Doing things that they don't need to do too much to have the things they like.
Smart organization,
yeah.
Yes. So, and then you have two different wood tones you've used.
We have many different.
Many? How many finishes do you offer?
7.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have also glossy and different texture. And well, yeah, I think but the secret of the company is that we give the tools to the architects and interiors, and they can do what they decide, because that's what you believe. That we have to work together.
The sky's the limit. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and as I said, I love this because small space living, if you have a small loft, it's very sexy. The kitchen, a large master closet. So I told you I'd come back. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
And I'm going to go find Jim real quick.
Right, okay.
So have a good rest of the show. I get to steal this back from you, and I will see you later. You're very, very welcome. So now I'm going to be looking for Jim, who I said, will you hold on? And here he is. How are you, sir?
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Let's talk about your company as we're headed to your booth now.
Okay, the name is Sérgio Matos, and he is the designer. And he's from Brazil.
Okay.
And he works a lot with the indigenous
And we're going
communities.
into your booth, or his
So
booth.
what you'll see is his furniture is indoor-outdoor.
Oh, it
and
is,
it's
okay.
inspired by, he works with the tribes in Africa. So like for instance, this chair here, the designs are actually leaves from the women who weave them to sell for their villages. And so all of this stuff is UV treated for sun. It's 8-year warranty, and all of it's indoor-outdoor, except for this coral piece that's his newest piece, which is cotton wrapped around wire and then treated with resin.
It's a roping?
Yeah, and it's a nylon polyester roping.
And it's all made in Brazil?
It's all made in Brazil.
Okay.
And he's been designing for about 12 years, Sergio. And for instance, this is made. He saw the the straps from the horses, which is the villages, they have nowhere to get around. He saw them laying in a pile and was like, that's sort of cool. So he designed a chair based out of the ropes that were designed to.
Oh, that's
protect the horses.
amazing.
Yeah.
So materials get brought in from Africa.
Yes.
And things are in Brazil, so it's a
Things are Brazil.
very global.
It's very international
Yes.
sort of situation going on here. Yeah, and it's just sort of an elevated version of what inspired him from the poorest of the communities.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
awesome. So, and then the rugs as well.
The rugs are a separate designer, but
Okay.
she also uses
Part of your
natural
team.
fibers, and she uses part of in Brazil also.
It's a great compliment. So, what color are you seeing? Because what's always interesting is European. Like this blue is
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes.
We're seeing a lot of the more muted kind of colors when we were at Vegas Market, and then
Right.
High Point was bold colors. So what do you find in this market? How does he design around? It's going to be
Right.
European, it's going to be American, or just design and see
Well,
what
he
happens?
does change because I think the American market in general, especially in the larger cities, is more muted tones. So like this chair, for instance, in Brazil would sell in red.
Yeah,
like
okay.
hotcakes. But for America, they don't, like beiges and creams. But his furniture is sort of like accent pieces, like
Okay.
they're sort of pieces of art. So he can go a little bit bolder with the color because you're not going to have 5 of his pieces around your living room table,
Right.
you know?
Right. Well, no, and I call it a piece of art. Furniture's a piece
Yes.
of art. Now, I want to close with this one, though.
Yeah.
This is furniture as a piece of art.
Yes.
Talk to me about this.
Well, the interesting thing about the women that he works with, they don't decorate their homes, but what they do, everything that they use utilitarian, like their spoons and their bowls, they decorate them just because they're around the house. So he thought, well, that is beautiful hand craftsmanship. So this represents all the women that he works with whose villages are being supported by the women cooking food and selling it or creating baskets. And what's interesting is I'm American, so when I saw this, I thought of how my mother punished me when I was a child. It was a
yeah,
completely
I
different-
kind of hear you on that one. I hear you on that one. Well, Jim, thank you for the time, and it was great to get to meet you earlier, and
meet
great
you
to
too.
walk
Appreciate
through
it.
and learn more. And it was like an international tour of different products and the way things are done. I appreciate
you
it.
so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks for watching this live stream. Stay tuned for next episodes. Don't forget to share and like our page. Big thanks to our sponsors. Check out our website for sponsorship opportunities.